Good afternoon, my darlings. I am a Siberian shaman. It is a great pleasure for me to pass on to you the ancient knowledge that Siberian shamanism has preserved in it with the blessing of the spirits and assigned by them. This knowledge was once an essential knowledge for all people living on earth. And then came the stage when the ancient knowledge was forgotten. It was considered something old and archaic. I am very glad that after having bad times, experiencing a lot of destruction and problems, people again return to the original ancient knowledge about nature, about spirits, to the knowledge that was preserved in Siberian shamanism. Today, we will talk about an important thing that you face every day: the state of our home. People once lived in yurtas, or they were also called chadirs. It's an Altaic word. The most widely known name in the world is yurta. When I come to different countries, I am very pleased to see that people put a yurta in their yards, or that there exist hotels from yurtas. It's very comfortable to sleep in a yurta. Those who have slept in it will probably understand me. But people used to live in yurtas. It was a portable, very comfortable house. What's the benefit of such a house? First of all, it's a natural house. It's very difficult for negative spirits to be accumulated in it. Secondly, there's a long distance between the yurtas located on the meadow. And the negative spirits that accumulate in one yurta, in one family, cannot penetrate your yurta. Yurtas are very easy to clean. There's always live fire in it. It is very important for creating a strong force, a powerful energy of your living space. That's what happened in ancient times. A woman knew what herbs to hang around yurta, what kind of spells to say, what songs to sing so that the house always had the best energy, strength and atmosphere. So that the house was a place of power. What happens in modern times? There are a lot of people. We live in cities. We've created multi-story houses. We live very close to each other. Even if you have a private house, it's likely that the neighbor's house is within 2 to 3 meters away from yours. The distance is often minimal. What happens when people live this way? I will tell you about one experiment that scientists conducted in Russia. The experiment covered a big house. It was a 9-story, multi-drive house. People call it the Chinese wall because it's very long. They installed sensors in the whole house, in all the entrances, in all the apartments of the house. People didn't know what it was. They thought the plumbers wanted to check the systems to see if everything was okay in their apartments. They were sensors that record the energy. So what did the scientists record? They received all the information in the lab. They found that there was one apartment in this long, tall house that was a seat of negativity. Scientists call it negative energy. Shamans say, there live spirits of conflict there. What did the sensors detect? There was a quarrel, a conflict. People argued in this very apartment one day. Sensors showed that the energy level was off the scale. The next day the sensors recorded conflicts in the apartment to the right, to the left, 1 floor above and 1 floor below from this very apartment. The day after the sensors recorded quarrels in the following apartments to the left, to the right, 1 floor above and 1 floor below. It was like a wave of conflicts spreading out all over the house. This information puzzled the scientists. I do not know what conclusions they have drawn from it. I will tell you what it is according to shamanic culture. There lives a family who has spirits of conflict, spirits of quarreling, and spirits of negativity in that apartment. These spirits are hungry. They cause stress to the family they live with. After that their bellies are full. They grow bigger and begin to reproduce. They go to the neighboring families because they need more food. When the spirit of conflict comes into your house through the wall in your apartment, it searches for a place to start a conflict, make someone start a conflict. It's got your nervous system, and suddenly you explode. Suddenly, you yell at your child. Suddenly, you yell at your spouse. The conflict is worthless. I mean, it's nothing important. It doesn't make sense. You would never have done that before. But it happened. There is an insult. A good relationship is broken. And the spirit of conflict had a solid meal. It has fulfilled its function. It's satisfied. It sees that this family is quite positive and that it won't stay here long. And it goes to the next apartment. Can you believe it? When people lived in their houses, in yurtas, when there was a long distance between the houses, when they observed the traditions of shamanism, they protected their house and made a place of power in their house. That is, they created a space in which the whole family, coming back from work or after a long journey, replenish their energy. A modern home is a multi-storied house. There are many houses next to it. The walls in the houses do not protect from spirits. They only protect from humans. And not always. Spirits pass through these walls comfortably and accumulate in our homes. Can you believe it? We come home, and there is the spirit of condemnation, the spirit of conflict, the spirit of resentment, the spirit of irritation, the spirit of alcoholism that has come from an alcoholic neighbor. You go home full of energy. You plan to do some yoga, read a good book about shamanism and do many other things. When you enter the house, you feel like your energy was turned off. It happens because there's a lot of destructive spirits at home. What do we do? I'm telling you all this just to teach you what to do. Please, look at this shamanic icon. The painting shows what the shaman does. You're about to answer my question. He purifies the entire space with the help of his ritual tambourine. You can see a traditional yurta in this picture. Apparently, the shaman came at the request of the owners of this yurta to purify it. Do you see the tambourine shining? Look, it is actually shining. That's what a shaman's tambourine looks like during the ritual. The spirit of the tambourine is awakened. It calls for strong spirits. It gives strength to the shaman. And, naturally, the shaman disperses all negative spirits from the yurta, in this case. Look at the monsters coming out of this house. That's how many spirits of conflict, spirits of insult, destructive spirits have accumulated there. And how good it is that they came to the shamanic seminar. That they learned the knowledge that I am sharing with you in this video. It's good these people turned to the shaman, and the shaman was able to come to this house to purify it. We speak about a shamanic ritual to purify your house at our seminars. We conduct it individually in your house for you if necessary. It has two important stages. The first stage would be the purification of your house from all negative spirits, including the souls of dead people if there were any. The second stage is protection. Protecting your home, even if it is an apartment in a multi-story building, in the way so that negative spirits cannot penetrate your house through the walls. We put protection with the help of the power of spirits. What happens if the spirits of your neighbors want to come? They want to penetrate the wall out of habit, and they hear the following: you can't. This space is protected by shamanic forces. There's a house spirit in this house. There's a spirit in this house that protects it. Negative spirits just turn around. They just can't get into your house. It is an ancient tradition. We are happy to share this tradition and teach you how to protect and purify your house. Please, when you come to the seminar, do not forget to ask if this exercise is in the seminar program. Should the program contain another type of knowledge, another stage, we are always ready to gather all those who want to know how to purify their homes in a separate group and conduct additional ritual, do additional shamanic activity. You just ask. We are ready to help in all difficult life problems. How beautifully the shaman's tambourine is shining on this amazing shamanic icon. I wish your house shine with the same huge power. May your house be filled with knowledge, power and wisdom. And may the road to shamanic knowledge, shamanic seminar and travel always be open to you. We are waiting for you.